Right, I washed these off with a bit of petrol. It's still a bit greasy, so we might as well strip it all down and see what we can do, because like I said, there's no preload. We can put the preload on here without putting it on the car, so we can do an awful lot of jobs. So we'll start to take the shield off. We'll take that shield off. Now move this over here. How's that? Drop the screw on the floor. Just remember where that is. Now we've got to take off this shield by, there's a locking nut in here. There we go. And then we'll get the airline out. Now I noticed on the other side, my lid on my machine there. I noticed on the other side the bolt for this adjuster for the wheels was bent. We'll have to fix that. Again, so many things you can fix at the same time. Look at how nice that is, just to pull those things off. No rust. You could work on these all day, couldn't you? Next we'll take off these. What I think I'll do is I'll clean up this housing. Again, get all the grease off it, bang it through the parts washer. Bang it through the parts washer and then give it a sandblast and paint before we put it on. It looks like we've actually done something then, doesn't it? I'll show you something interesting when we get this off, because things have changed over the years. And so these Teflon balls don't seem to chip like the old chrome balls. You know, they used to rip the seals to bits, and this is, like I say, 1997. And it's done remarkably well. I don't like using air guns on these small bolts, because you can inadvertently put it on, tighten up and snap them off at the same time, which is not good. Now, can we take that off? Yes. Can we take the seal out? Yes. Now, this is what I'm going to say to you. In earlier seals, they didn't have a rubber PC, they finished off metal here, so that's why you don't need much of a clamping ring on the later ones. You know, that's only got one plate on. Well, some of them have got two, and it just needs the extra pressure. But there's the newer seals have got a better finish here. Anyway, that's had its end of its days. So the next thing, what we're going to do, just to strip this down, we take a 17mm. Move that off. Take the pin out. Take your ball out. There we are, a greasy piece. Now let me go in the parts wash and we'll wash all these bits off, and then we'll come back and inspect. I'm going to put those shims to one side. So after a quick wash down, we're going to inspect all the bits, and they are looking remarkably good. The CV's nice and tight, A tiny bit of play in it, but not enough to move it, to replace it. The front splines, the splines here, this is this hub that came off, the flange. No, that's alright. Little loose, but I've got a good one here. That's the same. So that's alright. So we don't have to buy one of those. Now, this bit is often a cause for concern, this stub axle. It feels good, you know, like round here it feels nice, the threads are nice, there's no problems there. What is a problem is you see how rust has built up here where the oil seal runs. So I expect that when we strip the front hub down, the seal's going to be knackered. That's no big deal, it's only a few quid. So what I'm going to do with this is probably pack it with paper in here, put it through the bead blast, and we'll bead blast this first rather than sand it down. But this is another problem with these, and it didn't happen with this one, so pay attention. There's a needle roller bearing here which supports this shaft here. Alright. Inside there's an oil seal, and in order to get the oil seal out and replaced, you've got to destroy the bearing. You can't really get it out very easy. I bet somebody can, but I've not had much success. But if you don't see any oil or grease on this side, which we didn't, leave it alone. Just leave it alone. They are easy to change, but it's very rare. You know, it's very rare that you actually get anything out of there. And just let's try on here to see how it's going to fit. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. You know, that's going to be supported. No, there's no real wear on that. Let's not buy a hell of a load of stuff and make work for ourselves. Swivel ball. Look at those bearings. Beautiful. You know, top and bottom, not a mark on them. So we're going to use those old Timkins. They will ride again. But this seal here, well, it doesn't feel hard, but it runs on here. You know, let me go and get a new one, and we'll have a look at it. So here's the seal. Direct replacement for that one. We must remember which way we put it in. The spring here goes towards the axle. All right. Because obviously, if the axle gets pressure, it's got to push against. You know, any pressure will push against that seal and keep it tight. And talking about tight, you can see when it goes over the spline, it is just the same size as the spline. So be very, very careful when we fit that. And you can see now, when I put this seal over here, watch it, how it grabs onto that, you know, there. I'll try and get the old one out, we'll have a comparison, but I think I'll probably knacker it up getting it out. Yeah, look at the difference here. See, there's the old one I've got out. See, it just drops on there. And look at it here. Look, there's no resistance, look at that. So that was its fault. That was an easy fix, wasn't it? So let me put that seal in. This ball's good to go. I've got to, the housing here has got to be, I'm going to run that through the blaster. It's mud, it's not rust, it's bloody mud and it won't come off. So I'll put it through the bead blaster and we get it off, wash it, and then we'll start to assemble this assembly. I'm about to take off the passenger side swivel. Take the shaft out, and I just wanted you to see as I am doing it. I'm sort of like Peter Schiff. I'm completely right in my diagnostics that there's no oil, there's no grease in there. So it was a good call to take all that lot to bits. So we're going to take this hub off, clean it, reassemble it, and it'll be fine. Yeah, I'm really pleased about that because that wouldn't have lasted 5 minutes. Hopefully the CV's okay on this side.